I want to thank Commissioner Kirkpatrick for once again ensuring that Clark County recognizes so many women who play an integral role in serving our entire community. For District A, I'm proud to recognize Juani Romero, the CEO and founder of Mothership Coffee. On a trip to Ecuador, her ancestral home, she was inspired by the farmers working tirelessly in the coffee fields. She carried this image and inspiration with her back home to Queens, New York, and eventually right here to Las Vegas, where she started Mothership at the age of 26. She started as Mothership's first and only barista, but now employs over 50 individuals. Mothership is a beacon for so many in our community as a space dedicated to inclusivity. As both a minority and woman-owned independent business, Juani is a true trailblazer, dedicated to empowering other small business owners as well as female coffee farmers by partnering and purchasing coffee beans through a woman-owned coffee farming cooperative. She is a champion for fair trade, ethical and sustainable coffee farming practices, and always focuses on giving back to the communities she serves. In 2023, Juani was named runner-up for the National Small Business Person of the Year, awarded by the Biden administration, and she is a commissioner on Nevada's Commission on Minority Affairs. Thank you, Juani, for being an advocate for social change and inclusivity, and thank you for serving delicious cups of coffee throughout District A and all of Clark County.
March is Women's History Month. Such a great time to stand back and recognize all of the women that have done so many things. Clark County is unique because we have so many women that it takes us a lot of years to recognize each and every effort that they put forward. Each year we try to follow the theme and really pick women that have done amazing things. For me, I'm the only female on the board of the Clark County Commission, and so I go that extra step to make sure that more and more women get recognized. Our very first person that we would like to recognize is Roanne Triana. She is a Las Vegas native. She's born here, raised here, and she's never stopped giving back. She works for the Clark County School District. She started at the bottom. She worked her way up. She's made sure that kids have opportunity no matter their social economic background. She continues to fight that fight every single day. And so we want to take a moment and recognize Roanne for all of the work that she's done, but what she continues to do for every single kid moving forward. Our next one is Chris June Kiliani. I have known Chris June Kiliani since we were in the PTA together, and that goes back to the 80s, 90s. And here's what I'll tell you about Chris. She's always been fighting for kids. She's fighting for folks. She served in the legislature. She was my mentor, and let me tell you, she was a tough cookie, but she made me better. Chris has come a long ways into fighting for things for everyone. She can tell you about the days in the legislature when women were not allowed to wear anything but skirts. She can also tell you about establishing the Women's Caucus. So Chris has done a lot of things, constantly fighting for folks. She was one of the people that had the hardest discussion about letting ex-felons, once they pay their restitution, to get their voting rights back. So there's many bills that Chris has done, not only for special ed students, but everyday folks. She was at the forefront, and we really can't thank her enough, but she didn't stop there. So Chris then came to the county commission, and she served for 12 years. And she did a lot more things. So she worked very hard on foster care, juvenile justice. She made changes for habitable homes so that people had a quality of life no matter what their social economic. She's out there every single day. And Chris, as far as I've known her, she's always been fighting for the underdog, and she'll continue to fight for the underdog, and couldn't be more proud to give Chris this award and recognize her for all that she's done. Our next one is Tara Ogden Skousen. We've known Tara for a long time. She's done a lot in the community, and she continues to do a lot in the community. She's a freelance harpist. that has performed on Broadway with many opera companies. She's now the orchestra director at Legacy High School, which is the home of outstanding students that performed for us today. Miss Tara was also my daughter's orchestra teacher as well. She's an amazing person, and we can recognize her for pouring her talents into our youth and being an outstanding teacher. So we'd like to give Tara an extra shout out, one for bringing the students down today, and two for continuing to help kids see all their dreams come through with music. And our last and final honoree, they're my YMCA Changemakers. We always try to recognize the youth because the youth are empowered, they're inspired. But these four girls, they are really doing something spectacular. So I've been working with Abigail Negate, Riley McDaniel, Rachel Pope, and Allison Armand. And let me tell you what they're doing. So they are really the pioneers to our preschool technology. So they have been working to create a website so that more people can learn about preschool and the importance that all that it does for you. These girls are between the ages of 14 and 18, and for them to be thinking about their brothers and sisters and future kids on what they'll need to be successful tells me a lot. So they're just getting started and they're going places. I really want to take my hat off to you and say thank you for being engaged at such an early age, and Clark County is fortunate to have you.
Hi, I'm Clark County Commissioner Ross Miller. If you've lived in Las Vegas within the last 30 years and had any association with public education, you're very likely aware of the incredible accomplishments of Joyce Halderman. Joyce championed several successful school bond elections, generating over $4.7 billion to build over 200 new schools and renovate existing schools in Clark County. Over the course of her tenure, she led a coordinated effort among all 17 Nevada counties toward the creation of a statewide approach to funding education called INVEST. That was the forerunner of Nevada's weighted per pupil funding formula. Following her retirement as public education advocate, in 2015, Joyce has served as the Director of Public Affairs in Southern Nevada for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. In 2017, Joyce and her husband Steve notably served a humanitarian mission in Ukraine, developing projects that renovated orphanages and hospitals, delivering over 1,200 wheelchairs throughout the country, coordinating medical training to address infant mortality, and sourcing drinking water and winter coal to families who were unable to leave the occupied parts of Ukraine. Joyce Halderman has been a true hero to so many people over the course of her career. So, on behalf of District C, we're proud to honor Joyce Halderman in celebrating Women's History Month.
Happy Women's History Month. This is a time where we have an opportunity to celebrate some phenomenal women, not only in Nevada, but right here in Clark County. And it is my honor and privilege to recognize some very, very important women right here in District D. And I'll kick right off with Maria Guadalupe Arreola Martinez, who arrived to Las Vegas in 2000. Originally from Guadalajara, Jalisco, she settled down in Las Vegas, not knowing what the future had in store for her. In 2010, Lupe started getting civically involved in her community. She saw the need to unite the Latino community, so she used her talents in the kitchen to do just that. And since 2010, Lupe has opened the door to her home for the community, bringing people together to enjoy fresh homemade food and meet leaders throughout the community. This has allowed her to work with various organizations that advocate for the Latino community, such as Dream Big Nevada, Mi Familia Vota, as well as Chispa Nevada. Her work to host multiple presidential campaigns at her home, providing a location for often underserved community to express their concerns and needs. And in addition, her work to educate those about the election process and how they can get involved has made her a key leader in the Latino community. Gwen Walker. Gwen Walker is someone that I know and love, and she is a North Las Vegas resident who opened the Walker African American Museum and Research Center, the first ever African American museum in Nevada. Growing up in Las Vegas, Gwen noticed the lack of comprehensive Black history in her school's curriculum. After visiting a library and not finding many books to help her with the book project, her mom ordered encyclopedias that sparked her curiosity and passion for Black history and culture. Walker graduated from Clark High School and studied criminal justice at UNLV. She and her mother became entrepreneurs, opening a gift shop at the airport called Nika's Gifts. Throughout the years, Gwen continued to grow her collection of pieces that showcased African American culture and history until finally moving her gift shop to the historic West Side. In 1996, she implemented the museum and research room. The Walker African American Museum and Research Center is a beacon of knowledge and understanding in the historic West Side. Nyalka Foreman is a former general assignment reporter at the Indy after freelancing as a journalist since 2017, when she launched her pop cultural newsletter series, The Majority, the official newsletter from the margin. In 2016, she decided to pursue journalism after producing 2 short documentaries while attending Nevada State College, where she earned a bachelor's degree in visual media with a concentration in digital cinema. In 2019, Nyalka launched News from the Margin on Instagram, a community-focused newsroom that seeks to inform ethnic groups, mainly Black and Latino Americans, about politics and culture on the local, national, and global level. Nyalka graduated from UNLV's Journalism and Media Studies program with a master's degree in 2022 after publishing a thesis about womanist personas used by comedians on Instagram. That same year, she began interning at the Indy, covering mainly youth issues, the burgeoning cannabis industry, and community. Nyalka is the brainchild behind the Nevada Democracy Project community listening sessions that launched in 2023. With a deep passion for information, Nyalka pitched the idea to leadership to create community listening sessions at the Indy to engage underrepresented Nevadans, which led to a synergistic partnership between 2 respected news organizations, the Nevada Independent and Vegas PBS. Happy Women's History Month.
Hi, I'm Commissioner Segerblom, and I'm thrilled to celebrate Women's History Month at Clark County. This month, I'm honoring and celebrating 4 incredible women, each a leader in their field and positively changing the future of Clark County. My first nominee is Lorena Partillo. Lorena is the Clark County Registrar of Voters and serves as the Director of Clark County Election Department. She is responsible for administering all local, state, and federal elections for more than 1.3 million registered voters in the county. I loved working with Lorena across District E. She was born and raised here, went to Las Vegas High School. She has helped us educate high school students on the importance of voting, and look forward to continuing to partner together. My second honoree is Heather Harmon, whose ties to Las Vegas go way back. Her relatives founded Clark County. Her grandfather, Harley Harmon, served as the Clark County Commissioner in the 50s and is regarded as one of the founders of Las Vegas. Heather Harmon works with artists, organizations, and museums on leadership, strategy, and fundraising. Currently, she's Executive Director of the Las Vegas Museum of Art and the Co-Executive Director of the Triple Aught Foundation, who governs and manages Michael Heiser's city. My third honoree is Penny Chudama, the co-owner of the world-famous Lotus of Siam, located in Commercial Center in the heart of my district. Beyond the restaurant, Penny is deeply committed to supporting the Las Vegas community. Over the past decade, she has organized a backpack drive for a local elementary school. She also donated women's supplies to a shelter for homeless and abused women and coordinated partnerships to feed first responders. Her philanthropic efforts extend globally with regular donations to charities benefiting children in Thailand. And again, most important, she is working with me to make sure that Commercial Center is viable and getting better every day. Thank you. My fourth and final honoree is Lisa Ortega, who we affectionately call the Tree Lady. Lisa is Executive Director of Nevada Plants, a tree planting, advocacy, and education nonprofit focused on climate resiliency through tree research, on-the-ground projects, and educational programs. She's the only woman ISA board-certified Master Arborist in the state of Nevada and holds the American Society of Consultant Arborists Registered Consulting Arborist number 675. I look forward to more tree plantings in District E as Lisa and my office work together to reduce the urban heat island effect in East Las Vegas. Thank you, Lisa. Now please join me in celebrating these 4 fantastic women who are making Clark County better every day by serving the community and doing what they do best.
We are so excited to celebrate National Women's History Month in March. I'm honored to recognize today Colleen Hicks, a District F resident and a community leader in Good Springs, as our first 2024 Women's History Month honoree. Colleen is the volunteer firefighter and chief of the Good Springs Volunteer Fire Department, ensuring the community is safe and protected. She is a longtime member of the Good Springs Citizens Advisory Council, constantly advocating for her community. She also serves on the Clark County Community Development Advisory Committee, whose purpose is to review and make recommendations on projects to the Board of County Commissioners to receive federal, state, and local funding. She is a beloved member of the community, and we're so fortunate for her service and commitment to all of Clark County. I'm also pleased to recognize Vivian Delgado, a nonprofit community leader in Clark County, as our second 2024 Women's History Month honoree. Vivian has worked in the nonprofit sector for over 30 years, supporting numerous charitable organizations from local grassroots agencies to prominent national entities. As a seasoned development and program strategist, Vivian has been instrumental in magnifying the mission of nonprofit organizations, scaling impact, and advancing fundraising efforts. In 2004, Vivian became a foster parent and an advocate for improvements within the foster care system in Clark County. She's an outstanding advocate for the Latino and the LGBTQ community in Clark County, and we're so happy to honor her today.
I'm County Commissioner Jim Gibson, and I want to recognize the incredible contribution that women have made across Clark County and across the state of Nevada over many, many years. We are appreciative of all of their efforts and the example that they've set for us. And I'm absolutely delighted to recognize Samy Real as the recipient of District G's 2024 Women's History Month recognition. Samy is Clark County's Director of Comprehensive Planning and has served Clark County for 9 years. We commissioners are well aware of Samy's dedication and devotion to her role, as well as the expertise and thoughtfulness she brings to each and every aspect of her job, as evidenced by her success. In recent months, she has been tasked with managing extraordinary challenges, including Formula One and Super Bowl 58 event applications. The numerous hours that she has worked for these events, over and above her normal workday, do not go unnoticed, and she deserves this recognition tenfold. She is an important contributor to both the past and the future of Clark County's land use planning, is a respected leader, and is a pleasure to work with. Samy, many congratulations to you, and I thank you for all of your efforts on behalf of all of us in this county.